And welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again today. So, today I'm going to go more in depth of some of the benefits that I receive from changing my eating to a carnivore lifestyle. So, I mentioned yesterday about anemia and hair loss. So, for those of you that don't know what anemia is, let me just read the definition. And it says, a condition in which the blood doesn't have enough healthy red blood cells. And this may lead to reduced oxygen flow to the body's organs, which we know that oxygen is very necessary. Some of the symptoms can include fatigue, pale skin, shortness of breath, lightheadedness, dizziness, or a fast heartbeat, in which most of those symptoms I did have, especially I had the hair loss. So I have not resolved all of my anemia problems. I just have a little bit left, but I am sure with continuing this way of eating that I will get rid of even that last little bit. So by including meat back into my diet, I was able to get rid of a majority of my anemia. Also, the hair loss is gone completely, so I am no longer losing hair. um, what might happen if your doctor tells you you have anemia or symptoms of it, they may try to give you a supplement. And those pills cause constipation. Sometimes the doctor will warn you about this, but who likes constipation? I don't want to have constipation. So why don't we just do this? Eat the meat. Also, along with eating that meat, you do need a healthy amount of fat because it's going to help balance your hormones. And we all know that that could be kind of difficult, especially as us women get up in age. We start to have a hormone imbalance with premenopausal, menopausal, or whatever the case may be. So, eating the right amount of fat also contributes to a healthy lifestyle and gut and feeling healthy. So, along with that, if you don't want to have the constipation, you need to eat the meat, eat the fat, and for your unique body, we will be able to try to figure out how much that is because you want to eat the right amounts. We'll go into that in more details later. Also, when we look at gut health, I've really been trying to improve my gut health. That was one of the main reasons when I saw that video and I changed my lifestyle over to a carnivore eating lifestyle, is to try to change my microbiome in my gut. And you may not know what that's referring to, and we will talk about that in more depth in another video also. But it can contribute to a lot of allergies in which I have, and I'm trying to reverse all of those allergies, especially to healthy food that I would like to eat. When you think about gut issues, you think about constipation, IBS, um, GERD, acid reflux, indigestion, gas, bloating, Crohn's, and colitis, in which I have heard many, many people say that they have either put their Crohn's or colitis or IBS in remission, or they've drastically reduced the symptoms, or they've actually reversed it by continuing to eat a healthy lifestyle filled with meat and healthy fats and taking out all the toxins that contribute to that unwanted microbiome in our gut. Another benefit is skin. So if you suffer for any kind of acne, psoriasis, eczema, taking out those toxins again can improve your health with your skin, your hair, your nails, and especially skin rashes or whatever the case may be that you're suffering from. A lot of it is a reaction to the foods that we're putting in our body. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's healthy for our body. So that's what we need to determine, is what's healthy for our body. Also, the mental aspect of it, as I mentioned yesterday, the mental clarity, the focus. Some people suffer from anxiety, or a lot of people suffer from anxiety and depression, ADD, ADHD, Also autism, Alzheimer's, all those conditions of the brain. Did you know that that healthy fat that they've been telling us for years not to eat contributes to a healthy brain? So we really need to unlearn the things learned, because what we've been taught is not the right stuff. That standard American diet, that food plate, and everything else that they've given us is the wrong information. And it's usually difficult to unlearn the things that you've learned for many years, because we was told cut off all the fat, eat this margarine. They've got all these seed oils, and it's just making us sicker and sicker and sicker and unhealthy. Are you suffering from arthritis or any of the itises, which is inflammation? Taking out all those inflammatory foods, especially the processed foods, helps to get rid of and alleviate the symptoms drastically from those conditions. Also, when it comes to weight, the added bonus, which I was really looking forward to because nothing was working. So I really wanted to drop a few pounds that I picked up and I couldn't get rid of. So that was just an added bonus. And did it take long? Not at all. I got those weight loss fairly quickly. I mean, not within the first few days or first week, but it did take a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and then I started seeing the weight loss. Oh, yeah, that added benefit. And not only just dropping some of those extra pounds that we don't want, it was gaining muscle because of eating a vegan diet mostly for a long period of time. I was lacking a bunch of nutrients that made my muscles start depleting. I had no problem with that when I was in my teens, 20s, 30s, 40s. Then all of a sudden, with all the hormone change and not getting all the nutrients that I need, that skin, the cellulite, or even just losing that muscle, it all is starting to come back. I can see it again. And one good thing that you really, really, really need to do, and you don't have to, but a little bit of exercise. And does it mean that you have to go to the gym, pay for a membership? No. You can use something as simple as a water bottle. You can take this, fill it up, do some little exercise, pump it up, get some exercise going in. It will definitely help and benefit you in your goal to having a healthy lifestyle. And we'll go over a lot of that other stuff. So what I want you to do today, now nothing happened in one day, a month, a week, or anything like that. So I want you to commit to taking one thing out of your diet, if not more, if you're able to, but you just want to go slow. You want to keep it simple, like I said yesterday. Keep it simple, go slow, decide one food that you want to take, or many if you're able to, but make sure it's something that you can keep doing for a long time. We're trying to change our view of food. We want to change our perspective of food. Look at it. Will this help me? Will this benefit me? Is it going to feed my brain? Is it going to make me feel better? Or is it going to be, oh, hurting my gut, making me feel awful, making me not be able to move that much because the inflamed joints, the inflammation that causes so much pain? Is it making me pre-diabetic, or is it contributing all to my diabetes? Is it going to make me just feel gassy, bloated, or get a headache, or any of the small side effects that you may not even attribute to food could be the food you're putting in your body? So just remember that trigger. And as my husband always says, do you want the pain? So either you're going to refrain or you're going to have the pain. And for most of us, we don't want the pain. I know it can be very hard, but when you get that trigger to tell you how it's going to feel, it makes it a lot more easy to look at that food, pick it up. Do I want, oh no, put it back down, because I know what it's going to do. It's not going to be healthy for me, and it's not going to help me out. I'm going to feel miserable. So at the end, it's not worth it. So why even do it in the first place? Now, none of us can be perfect. Not that I've eaten a perfect diet within the last 4 months. I have had some fruit during the hot, hot summer heat, which made me feel good. But if I have too much, it didn't do well with me. and so I had to cut back. Also, dairy I don't always do well with. And with the carnivore way of eating, it is from nose to tail. So you can eat any part of the animal as long as it agrees with your body. Again, love food that loves you back. And we'll get more into that later. So just decide, give it a commitment of at least 30 days, if not 90. But 30 is good to start off with. And then as you're feeling better, you'll probably do one more month and then you'll add a month. Like I was giving it, I committed to 90 days because I know there's some health issues that I wanted to get over, and I know it wasn't going to be done in 30 days. So I have, like I said, I haven't been 100% the whole 100 over 120 days, but for a majority of that, I have been committed and totally doing it. Like I said, I did do some fruit, but for the next 30 to 60 days, I'm not going to do any fruit or anything else. I'm going to challenge myself. Eventually, I want to challenge myself with no coffee. So we'll talk about that in another video. So I hope that you have decided to tell yourself why you want to take out that food from your everyday eating, what benefits it's going to have, and remember, refrain to avoid the pain. Thank you for tuning in today, and I want to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Come join me on this journey to awesome health.